Morning. It's been decided. I'm going to make biscuit bread. Biscuit bread is one of my all-time favorite recipes. Today I'm going to change it up. I'm going to make it cinnamon sugar biscuit bread so that it's a little more like a coffee cake, a biscuit coffee cake. I'm going to go ahead and mix in some cinnamon and sugar, brown sugar mix in the dough and on top, and then I'll glaze it afterwards. So let's get started. We're going to start with 3 cups of all-purpose flour or self-rising flour. I just have all-purpose today, so I'm going to make it self-rising by adding 4.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to give that a little blend. Then we'll add the butter. Okay, I have 1 stick of grated frozen butter. Frozen is a must, and grating it just helps with the incorporation into the flour. So I'm going to add that into my flour. Stir it around just so all the butter pieces are covered in flour. And I'm using a French whisk. I don't want to use my hands because it'll melt the butter. Next, let's add the buttermilk. I have 2 cups plus a little extra of full fat cultured buttermilk. My batter, I'm going to be going by consistency. So I'm going to add this in and stir it. I'm going to see what my consistency is. I may have to add more buttermilk, and I'll show you why. My consistency is kind of thick. I want it a bit more on the runny side, so I'm going to get more buttermilk. I'm going to go in with just a little bit more. Like I said, I want it kind of runny. The reason why it's okay to have this runny is because it's going to be one whole piece in a nice oval baker. It's not going to have to keep a form at all. The baker will make the form for the bread. Okay, this looks really good. Now I'm going to add it to my oval baker. I have a oval baker that's about 2 to 3 inches tall. I like this because it really allows the bread to rise. I'm going to add half of the bread mixture. And then I'm going to go in with my cinnamon sugar. I have cinnamon and brown sugar and sugar mixed in here. I just sort of do it by the way it looks. And sprinkle it on top of this first layer. I'm going to go kind of generous. Then I'm going to go in with the rest of my batter. So many of you have been asking me, where did you get that bowl? Where did you get that bowl? Well, I got this bowl at Walmart, and it is my favorite bowl. And it was less than $2. It's my favorite. I have a lot of really nice bowls, but guess what? I am in love with this Walmart bowl. I think it comes in blue too. All right, so take a look at this. Now I'm going to get a fork, a knife, and swirl it. Hold on. Knife. Yeah, I always get dirty. I should wear an apron. Give it a nice swirl, back and forth. And then I'm going to go this way with it. And then I'm going to sprinkle the rest on the top. My husband is going to love this. Biscuits need to go in a very hot oven. So I have my oven preheated to 450. And I'm going to put it in my oven, let it bake for at least 30 minutes. And then I'll take a look at it. I want this to be toasty on top. I want there to be no jiggle. So it may need more time, but I'll be back in 30 minutes. While my biscuit bread is in the oven, it's almost done. I'm going to make a simple glaze. I usually take about a cup of powdered sugar. And this again is something that I like to kind of dabble with for consistency. What is this? What is going on here? So about a cup. And then I like to do half and half for heavy whipping cream. I happen to have half and half, so I'm going to do a splash of this. So about a teaspoon. And then a splash of vanilla. About half a teaspoon. And then I give it a stir. I can already tell it's going to be kind of thick. I want it to be a bit more runny. Honey, what is going on? Splash. Boom. I might go in with a little bit more. And then it should be ready for the biscuit bread to come out of the oven. It's almost done. Perfect. You want a good drizzle. We are out of the oven. It took 40 minutes. At 30, it was still a little jiggly, so I added 10 more minutes. So 450, 40 minutes. I have my glaze here. And I'm just going to drizzle it on, baby. You want to use every little drop. There we go. Next, I'll let it cool and then we'll cut it and see how it is. See how it tastes. Let's cut into this bad boy. Smells delicious. It definitely has a biscuit consistency. It's still kind of warm. Oh, goodness. There we go. Smells good. You have the consistency of a biscuit, the tang from the buttermilk, the crunch from the crust and the sugar, the sweetness of the glaze. So good. So good. I hope you give it a try.